Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Talking Toku, the only podcast where we talk about sci-fi monsters and dinosaur adventures. And boy, we got a dinosaur adventure for you this week. Let me tell you, I am your host, David.
Brian.
And if you've been following along for the past couple of weeks, just not even necessarily for the show, just pop culture in general, if you've just been paying attention to what's going on in the movies, there's a new Jurassic World movie out. And,
boy, is there.
And Brian and I here, we like to consider ourselves the authority on all Jurassic media, so obviously we had to go see it.
And our authority is going to start breaking down.
Yeah, it might. It might. Or will it? I don't know, Brian. I think little bit of spoilers for you guys. Brian and I are a little bit at odds with each other on this movie, but that doesn't mean anything. That's the nice thing about film criticism. It's subjective. We can have differing opinions, and you know what? Whenever Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 3 comes out, I'm sure we'll both be in agreement on how awesome that is. It's okay, Brian.
No, season 4. Season 4.
Is it season 4? I've lost track. Is it really season 4?
Season 4, yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
I'm pretty sure there's...
God, now I'm second guessing myself. Hold on.
No, I'm looking right now.
You're looking right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It would be season 4. All right.
Yep.
We still don't have a date for that. I don't even think they've officially announced it, but like, come on. Oh wait,
maybe they're waiting to see how this one went.
Hold on. Wait a second. I may have found something.
Oh.
I may have found something about it. Oh yeah, because Netflix will do this thing where they'll just like announce a huge lineup of what they're doing in the next couple months and like not make a big deal out of anything, but it looks like Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 4 is dropping November 20th. So keep that in mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's the news. That's news.
That's news. We can use this as a super cool segue into our news section. So yeah, Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 4 drops November 20th. What else is happening in news, Brian?
Yongary on 4K, give us Reptilian.
Yes.
I am not saying that. That's Dave who wrote it.
No, you said it, Brian. You said that exact words. You said it. You want Reptilian on 4K.
I voted on that stupid poll that you wanted me to vote on.
That's an entirely different. That was a totally different poll. That was
a different thing, but it also Reptilian related.
That was Reptilicus, not Reptilian.
Reptilicus.
Totally different monster, Brian. Totally different movie.
Listen, I haven't seen any either of them, so I don't know.
Well,
it sounds very familiar, very similar.
You should watch both of them, and you should be like, "Wow, these are the best movies of all time," and not think anything otherwise than that.
Let's move on.
Well, God, I gotta talk about Yongary on 4K. God.
Do it.
So yeah, Vinegar Syndrome, who has been knocking it out of the park with the kind of weird and wild kaiju releases. They did Gorgo a few years ago.
Dog Soldiers.
What?
Dog Soldiers too.
They didn't do Dog Soldiers.
Did they not do Dog Soldiers?
No, that was.
Am I thinking of another one?
That was Scream Factory who did Dog Soldiers, I think.
Oh, you're right.
I'm pretty sure it was Scream.
For some reason I thought they did.
Well, thing is, Vinegar Syndrome is like.
Oh, no. That's right. I remember. I got my Gorgo thing from them. That's right.
Okay. Yeah. They did Gorgo. They also did Reptilicus a couple years ago, which I still need to get. I haven't bought that. But they just announced they're doing Yongary Monster from the Deep, the South Korean giant monster film, which has once again art from Matt Frank, he's done Gorgo and Reptilicus in the past. It's going to have. Obviously, it's mostly going to focus on the English dub because the original South Korean version of the film is partially lost media. I think there's only 48 minutes of that version of the film that like exists in the world anymore, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know if we'll ever see the entire cut of the Korean version of that film, but it's nice. It'll be nice to see on here. I don't know if that's been released here in the States before, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, brand new 4K scan, a couple commentary tracks from a bunch of different people. Yeah, and that Gorgo set that we both have is a really nice set, so I imagine this one will be just as nice. I'll have to...
Yes.
It's an interesting film, Yongary.
I've never seen it. I had a chance to, but I didn't.
Did you not watch that with us?
No, I don't think so.
We did a huge viewing party on the Discord server a while back. Were you not part of that?
Don't think I was there for that. Probably would have remembered.
Would you have, though?
Think so. Yongary is kind of one of those things that I would watch. Okay. I would actively watch it.
Okay. I guess we'll have to watch it again.
I'm curious about it from like a historical perspective, because I've heard you guys talk a lot about it, and I've heard about how it's like this movie that was lost for like a while, and like interesting, but I never got to see it. I know that they somewhere in Seattle was showing it, and I thought about going to it, but I didn't. So
was it because it was in Seattle?
Yes. You got to pay me money or give me something really enticing to get me to go down to Seattle.
Of course.
For anyone who doesn't know, I live 2 hours north of Seattle, so going to Seattle for anything is just not
a pain in the ass. Yeah,
it's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Yongary on 4K, that's pretty cool. But yeah, they should do Reptilian next, and they should include the original South Korean version of that film as well, which is also not available. As far as I know, there's not a whole lot of differences between those two versions of the film. Like, I think the CGI effects are worse in the original, because it took like, I think the original came out in 1999, and then they brought it over to America and like prettied, quote in quotes, prettied it up to give the CG make it look a little better in 2001. So it was like 2 years, but which is crazy because the CG in the 2001 version is still very bad, very bad. Wow. So yeah, if they were to do a Reptilian 4K as well, I know. Not friend of the show, because he hasn't been on the show, but friend of ours, Nick Crispino, of Kaiju Junkie, and also my Kaiju United fellow staff member. He would appreciate a Reptilian 4K quite a bit. So yeah, do it, Vinegar Syndrome. You know you want to. Anyways, hey, there's a new Mechagodzilla.
It sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't look all that great.
It looks like if you instructed AI to make a Mechagodzilla.
Oh.
And then you fed it a bunch of Transformers mixed with Mechagodzilla fan art.
I will not go so far as to compare it to AI, because I feel like that's too mean to Takashi Yamazaki.
You are right. You're right. But I'm more mean like the design itself is just very boring, and it's like if you took aggregate data of every design anyone's ever thought of.
Yeah, it's you are 100%. So we should talk about why this is a thing. This is for the new Godzilla ride that Takashi Yamazaki is doing. It's Godzilla the Ride something Crash, I think. I don't remember what the actual title is, and now I feel stupid. Great Clash. I was close on the word. It was Clash, not Crash. So yeah, there's a new Mechagodzilla design from Yamazaki, and yeah, it kind of looks like a Michael Bay Transformer design, and it's not that great.
Yeah, it's
and
not my favorite.
Let me shift that comment a little bit. It looks like a latter era Michael Bay Transformers, because some of the earlier ones are not too bad. I like I like some of the ones in the first movie. Everything else, not so much. But yeah, this Mechagodzilla, not great. I think I described it to our. So we still don't have a title for Howard here.
Buddy. His
Buddy.
name's Bud.
His name's Bud.
Our Bud.
I described
Our
it to
Bud.
him as quote the the least sauceless Mechagodzilla design ever.
Wow.
It's true though. It's true.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Wait, do you mean the most sauceless?
The least sauceless. Oh no, yeah, the most sauceless. Yes, sorry, I got my words mixed up. You're correct. The most sauceless.
The most sauceless. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Without sauce.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't understand how you could go from just some of the banger Mechagodzilla designs we've had and just make something so.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this to you. I think the more detail you put into a Mechagodzilla design, you start to lose some of what makes it a good character design.
Well, you remember what I said to you? I said I want bro looking like he made out of sheet metal.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, you look at the old Toho designs from Showa and even Heisei. We've talked about how we don't like the Heisei Mechagodzilla, but like it's a memorable design. At least you can say that much for it.
And I know that despite not liking the movie, I do like the MonsterVerse Mechagodzilla design in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing looks like it's a giant, thing made out of a bunch of scrap metal.
Yeah.
Like it looks the part. This one is just like, it's just way too futuristic, like really like over designed, way too many spikes and everything. There's just too much going on.
It's
too much.
At the same time, it's over designed, but like not designed enough because it looks too generic.
It's way over designed, but entirely forgettable.
Yeah. Also,
I've already forgotten what it looks like, and I just looked at it a few minutes ago.
His teeth are so massive. I've seen a bunch of people compare them to the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics, and I hate how accurate it is. I hate how accurate it is.
I gotta go all the way back and find it. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, there it is. That is exactly what that looks like.
He's a Five Nights at Freddy animatronic. Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is terrible. Like, what's all the stuff going on in his legs and like all these like gears and servos and all this stuff? It all looks. It's just too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. Especially putting him next to Godzilla -1,
right?
And incredibly designed monster. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I mean, we won't get to go on the ride, so I guess it's not that big a deal for us. Oh, well.
That's fair.
Yeah. Hey, moving on. We got a big shocker of a news drop, Brian.
Yep. Brush of the God. SRS. Can you believe it?
I really can't. It's not like we called it multiple times during its production that SRS Cinema would be the one to grab up the distribution rights for Keizo Murase's Blood of the God, Brush of the God.
That's the sequel, Dave.
That's the sequel. Well,
sequel.
Who's making the sequel? Because he's
no idea.
He passed away, unfortunately.
Oh, I know, but maybe someone, maybe someday there'll be another one. Nah, I doubt it. But we don't need sequels to everything. Yeah. Come on.
Well, the interesting thing about this is that we don't have a date for it yet, but in addition to a Blu-ray release, I imagine they're also going to be putting this in U.S. theaters as well, which is kind of crazy.
That's good because I really want to watch it. I remember we kept up with all the production stuff and the Kickstarter, and I was like, "This looks fucking sick," and I knew it wasn't going to be in theaters, but I was wrong. So,
yeah. So the statement just says,
Hopefully it shows
We are extremely honored to present this landmark release to North American fans. The release plan is for a limited regional theatrical release tour in the late summer through the fall, followed by physical media and digital releases in winter. That's all we know about it. But late summer, we're like in midsummer right now. Midsummer, directed by Ari Aster. So I imagine we'll hear more about that theatrical run pretty soon. I would hope. You know, we're already like halfway through July. All right, we're not halfway through July. We will be by the time this comes out, we'll be halfway through July.
I just want you to know that you saying we're halfway through July actually made my heart sink.
What? Why?
And then I looked down at the date, and then I realized you were wrong, and I felt better.
But then
it's because I have a lot of things going on with a lot of deadlines, and all those deadlines are really annoying and keep moving. So
gotcha. Well, come back to me when the episode comes out, and then your heart can sink all over again, Brian.
Cough. Jesus Christ.
But hey, that's the news, baby.
News.
That was kind of it. Kind of a slow couple weeks for news, but you know what? It's okay because we can fill the time before we talk about Jurassic World with something fun,
like Mad Libs.
Like Mad Libs, you know it, Brian. Are you ready?
Godzilla flavored.
Do you have your notebook ready, or is this going to be off the cuff?
Off the cuff.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, so this is Kai-Hu, Godzilla's enemies.
Say that again?
Kai-Hu, Godzilla's enemies. I'll write this down for you to make it.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Saying it out loud does not make any sense. So I'm gonna type it out to you so you can understand what I'm actually saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying hi. Who?
No, hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Who?
No. Kai with a K, as in kaiju.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Well, first things first, Brian. I need an adjective.
Adjective. Let's go with bouncy.
Bouncy. Damn, you were fucking ready for that one. I love it. All right. I need an article of clothing.
Article of clothing. Let's go with trousers.
You're on fire today, Brian, so far. You haven't even had to think about any of these. I need a plural noun.
Plural noun. Let's do goblins.
Nice. I need a verb past tense.
Verb past tense. Let's go with would past, like PASSED?
Yeah, that would work.
I was gonna say passed out. Does that work? No, it's a phrase.
Yeah, I don't think that would work. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah,
I need a type of food, plural.
Type of food, plural. Okay. What's that fucking, like, the thing from, like, France or wherever where they've got, like, 3 different birds inside of each other? Turducken? Turducken.
Is that a French thing? I don't think that's a French thing.
Is it not? I don't remember. I thought it came from somewhere weird.
That feels like a violently American thing.
Does kind of sound like a violently American thing. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're so right. It's from Louisiana. I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, anyone who's French. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, hey, wasn't Louisiana originally owned by?
It was
by
a French
France?
colony.
It was
You're
a
right.
French colony.
Yes.
So it could.
You're right.
You might not be completely wrong on that, Brian.
I am smart sometimes.
All right. Well, here's the question. A
little bit.
What is the plural for turducken? Is it
turduckeye?
Turduck. I hate that.
No, I have no idea. It's probably turduckens.
Okay.
Yeah, it's turducken.
It's turduckens. I need a plural noun.
Plural noun. Beers.
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 Go for a beer right about now.
I drank a whole lot of beers last week while
Yeah.
not celebrating the 4th of July.
Neither did I. I drank a lot, but I wasn't celebrating anything. There's
I
nothing to
enjoyed,
celebrate.
let me put it this way. I enjoyed my Friday and my weekend, but I did not celebrate the 4th of July.
Yes, correct. That is the way to go.
Okay.
I need a verb ending in ing.
Let's do gliding
Okay.
or tumbling. No, I've already used tumbling.
Yeah, I think we've used tumbling. Let's stick with gliding.
Gliding. All right.
I mean, at some point we're gonna forget what we've used in the past, so it probably won't be that big a deal.
I do remember I used Ford F-150 last time, so if you
Yes.
ask me for a vehicle, I
Okay.
will not use that.
All right. Well, I need a noun for now.
Noun, school bus.
Nice.
I got stuck behind one on my way home, and it was very aggravating.
What if we need a vehicle, Brian?
It's a school bus. Just hijack one. Just drive it out of there.
No.
That's what they did in Godzilla 2014.
I meant for the Mad Libs.
Oh, then I'm going to use something else.
Okay.
So
I need a verb.
Verb? Man. Let me think of a verb. I'm at a loss here. All of my word reserves have been used.
Your word. Okay.
Verb.
I'm gonna go. I'll take this. I'll put stuff, and the only reason I'm saying stuff is because I'm still on the Wikipedia page for turducken, and it's all over there. Yeah.
We should make this a turducken themed Mad Libs. I'm gonna start. You know what? I am gonna do that. Let's do that.
Just halfway through.
Every time we record, I am going to pick a theme, and I will choose words related to said theme.
Okay. I need a number, Brian.
Number. 7/8/2025.
What? Oh, today's date? Okay.
Or 4:36 p.m. Up to you.
No, I already put 78/2025.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. I'm just seeing what the the context of this particular one is. It's kind of funny.
Oh boy.
I need an animal, Brian.
Animal? All right. No fucking problem. Let's go with a puffin.
A puffin.
I like puffin.
Puffin.
And I saw a puffin IRL.
Did you?
Somewhat recently. I did.
I don't think I've ever seen a puffin in person before.
Go to Oregon.
All right.
Cannon Beach.
All
All
right.
over the place.
Bet. I need an adverb.
Adverb? Let's do... What's adverb again? It's just like a... Fuck, man. I always ask you this.
No, you always ask me what an adjective is.
Now I feel like I know. I know what a... What the hell? Weird.
Do you got
Let's
something?
do... I got one. I'm just thinking.
All right, you were thinking. You were thinking having a big think.
I'm trying to think of one related to Jurassic World Rebirth. Obnoxiously.
Okay.
I'm thinking about a very specific character right
I think I know exactly what you're talking about, Brian. Okay. I need a letter of the alphabet.
B for Brian. Wait, no, I used that already.
We have
Fuck.
used B for Brian. We have used B for Brian.
K for Kershaw.
K for Kershaw. I need something alive.
Something alive. Let's go with yellowfin tuna. They're alive.
They are alive.
Stop overfishing them. Do it. Stop it.
Tuna.
If you have the option to get yellowfin tuna at a restaurant, say no.
I saw this video on Instagram. This guy, he was out fishing, and he hooked another fishing rod that someone had lost. Like his hook hooked a fishing rod, and the fishing rod also had a fish hooked on it. It was crazy.
Holy shit!
It was crazy.
That's amazing. It's fishception.
Yeah, it was wild, dude.
Oh my god.
I need an adjective.
Adjective. Fishy.
Is this just going to transform into a fish-themed one?
You know I always got fish on the brain.
I know. I need part of the body.
Part of the body. Belly button.
Nice. I need a plural noun.
Plural noun. Let's go with electronics.
Electronics. That picked up on the mic.
Good, I'm glad. Now I do it on purpose.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. And last one, Brian, I need another part of the body.
Another part of the body? Let's do left nostril.
Nice. Left.
Can't wait to hear this banger.
This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane, dude.
Oh my god, Dave, I just realized something.
What?
I am on the IMDb for Jurassic World Rebirth, ready to talk about this movie, but the first tag is Dinosaur Adventure.
Oh, amazing. That's us. We did that.
It's a sign.
It's a sign.
It doesn't make me not hate the movie, but it's a sign.
All right. Well, are you ready to hear about Godzilla's enemies, Brian?
Sure am. I can't wait to hear about Turducken.
Yeah. If you thought King Ghidorah was bouncy, hold on to your trousers. Wait until you meet Godzilla's other worst goblins. Hedorah, an overpassed tadpole from outer space that eats turduckens and other garbage. Hey, it's not wrong.
Oh my god.
It ain't wrong. Hedorah gains its beers from devouring pollution, and it can soar through the air like a gliding saucer. Time for Godzilla to take out the school bus. Destroy
it. Oh no.
Also very accurate. Destroya, a mutated crab that seems to evolve and stuff every time it appears on screen. All one time. Destroya has up to 782,025 legs at any given time, and it flies on huge puffin-like wings. It obnoxiously defeated Godzilla's son in battle, but it was no match for the Big K. Biollante, a plant-based kaiju that gives yellowfin tuna power a whole new meaning. Sometimes Biollante appears with a fishy rose as its belly button. It jabs and constricts with its electronics and can spit acid sap from its left nostril. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Definitely one of the better ones. I did not have high hopes for it.
I really like Destroya having almost 800,000 legs. It's pretty good.
That is really good. I also love how Godzilla's answer to Hedorah was to destroy a school bus. I like that.
Right.
Nice.
All right, Brian, it's time.
He doesn't discriminate. He goes after big monsters. He goes after people. And you know what? He goes after school buses.
I was talking about the school bus because Godzilla 2014.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Get them out of there.
All right. All right, Brian, it's time to talk about Jurassic World Rebirth. A good movie, an objectively good movie.
Oh, all right. Let's talk about it.
Um,
How do you want to do this?
I don't know. Let's just say I thought it was pretty solid. It is a very flawed movie, but let me tell ya, maybe it's just because the Jurassic franchise, the mainline Jurassic franchise, I should say, has burned me so many times over the past couple years since they brought it back in 2015. Maybe I've just been jaded, but it felt nice to like enjoy my time with the Jurassic World film. I had a good time. I enjoyed my time with it. Will I revisit this movie anytime soon? I don't know. But I think it's far and away better than the last three films.
Okay. All right.
What were your thoughts, Brian? Because you texted me. You texted me. All you said was, "Yikes, brother."
Yeah. Yep. That's where I'm at. I didn't like it very much. I think if I was to boil it down to a few words, well shot movie, awful script.
That seems to be everyone's consensus. I
and
don't like
awful boilerplate story. I hated it. Also, ScarJo was as insufferable as Chris Pratt can be.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I don't know.
I would go that far. I think every word that came out of her mouth was bland, predictable, and it seemed like they gave her no other direction other than ScarJo, we need you to do your thing.
Okay, but here's my argument for that. And I'm not arguing that like she's a good character, because my biggest issue with the movie is that most of the characters are fucking nothing.
You could have cut this movie's cast down to a third and it would have been better for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, as soon as anybody showed up in this movie, I could immediately tell whether they were fodder or not, except for one person, except for them.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get into that because I fucking hate him.
But yeah, I think Zora, that's her name. Zora is I guess, functionally better character than Owen Grady, because at least Zora like kind of goes through an arc. It might not be a very interesting arc, but it's an arc. You can't argue that it's not an arc. Chris Pratt is just Chris Pratt throughout all three films. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't go through any development throughout in the entire trilogy.
Actually, he is kind of like a father to Baby Blue. Bullshit.
Brian, don't fucking give Dominion any points over this movie.
I'm not. You know, I said to you that movie put me in a near suicidal state. So yes, you did. I am joshing you. Okay. I hear what you're saying, except I still hated it.
Okay.
Didn't make it better.
That's
Chris
fine.
Pratt's character is not something to compare to.
It's the lowest bar. I understand that.
So here's my problem, is that it seemed like they genuinely tried to give at least Zora, Kincaid, and that's it, an arc, I guess. From morally ambiguous but probably bad to decent person who wants to like do the right thing, I guess. Right. Except when you front load the movie with a bunch of sob story bullshit, it's so transparent and it's so lame. And I don't care about it. It took away any of like the emotional weight of Kincaid wanting to like protect these kids at all cost, because all I could think about was, oh, they want to do this so that the 20-minute sob story from the beginning of the movie before they actually met the dinosaurs makes any sense. Like, honestly, I think it would have been better if they got rid of the family, which I know they're not going to do because it's still a kids movie on some level. Get rid of the family. get rid of any moral anything and just make them a bunch of mercenaries. And, like if you try to put in emotional weight but you do it badly, it's just not worth anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's if anything, it takes away more for me. If you just put them in as straight mercenaries and they were just doing their thing and like it was just a fun stupid romp, sure, but I don't know what was going on here. It just was a huge, like, there's so much time wasted at the beginning of the movie trying to get me to give a fuck about any of these people. And you know, at least the world movies, they kind of just get going very quickly. Not always for the best, but I mean, they get going.
You can't really make that argument because, like, this is a total. These are all new characters that we haven't met before. We kind of need to get to know them. If the movie just gets going, then we're going to somehow care even less about them than we already did.
Oh, I know what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, the movie starts dragging immediately.
Mm-hmm.
For me. Like, it's immediate. I started to yawn within the first 10 minutes, Dave. Like, when you write characters this poorly, it genuinely takes away from the enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted to go home, you know?
Oh my God.
And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, when the Mosasaur showed up, you know, all the dinosaur stuff I thought was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was decent to great. The Mosasaur chase, excellent. All of the honestly, all the dinosaur set pieces were really good. I mean, I didn't really like any of the mutant stuff in this movie, and if anything, it felt like a complete afterthought.
I agree. We'll get into that.
I mean, we can get into it now. I mean, I basically said like, I just don't like it. I don't know.
I still want to talk a little bit about the characters because, like,
okay,
obviously, well-written human characters, or rather lack thereof, has been a criticism of Gareth Edwards films in general in the past.
Yeah,
Godzilla 2014, even Rogue One, like back when that movie first came out, people were like, I don't care about any of these characters because I know they're all dead. I guess, what's the point?
On that point, I would agree with you, but I think something about these characters, like, is different to me because Gareth Edwards because I mean, he basically came in as a jobber, a director.
Yeah, because he didn't. So I don't think he has any writing. I think it was all David Koepp who wrote this. I don't think Edwards had anything to do with the writing.
I didn't really place the blame for him. It seemed like he genuinely wanted to make a great looking movie, and I think he did that. He got a lot of really cool shots. A lot of the Mosasaur stuff looks amazing.
Yeah, it is probably the best looking Jurassic film since The Lost World, and that's just because how do you top anyone who's not, like, how does anyone who's not Steven Spielberg make a good looking and make that good looking a film? I'm not trying to trash Joe Johnston's directing ability because he's a good director too. Colin Trevorrow, not so much.
Fraud.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it is like the best looking, and I even like some of how Fallen Kingdom is shot too, but it doesn't look this pretty. It doesn't look this pretty.
But here's what I was working towards. I think Gareth Edwards, his characters are clearly not his strong suit. It's clearly visuals. But he does a good job of making, like, functional characters. Mm-hmm. I think Godzilla 2014 has functional characters.
Yeah.
They get you through the story. They're not something you're going to remember, but they get you through the story. They get you to the stuff that you want in the most unobnoxious way they possibly can. And I think that's also pretty true with Rogue One. All the characters, they're functional. They get you through the story. Yeah. You don't fall asleep. These ones did get me to fall asleep, almost. And these ones felt like they were written by somebody who desperately wanted to inject more personality and trauma into these people without knowing what to do with it at all.
It also doesn't help
any kind of plan
that, like, at least, you know, if we're comparing this to his previous efforts, you know, Godzilla and Rogue One, there's a pretty clear story they're trying to tell here. The story of Jurassic World Rebirth is there's a pharmaceutical company and they want to make a cure for cancer, and to do that they need to get blood from dinosaurs because their hearts are big, so they have good blood.
Yeah.
That's
video
the
game
story.
plot.
So that's the thing that when I was watching this, like, this very much felt like a video game more than a movie, because, like, you think about it, each set piece, you go from set piece to set piece, it just feels like different levels of a video game.
It does. I mean, you got the naval stuff, and then after that you move on to land into jungle area, and then you go to cliffs.
Yeah, I really I don't know how they managed to pace it more like a game than a movie. It's very strange, but I feel like this would have worked better as a video game, because even then it would be improved, because games are typically much longer than movies. You could have more time to flesh out these nothing burger characters and, like, actually get us to care about them a little more, you know? I don't know. It's such a strange choice.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely it really did feel like video game plot to me. I was like, this is just a collect-a-thon of resources, and then you're going to an area for a final boss, more or less. And I can see how you may think that would work, but I mean, it doesn't leave a lot of room for, like,
it really, really doesn't.
Anything. And I guess what maybe they were trying to do was, like, balance it out with, like, the family story and, like, but I hated that shit even more.
Yeah, they did even less for me. And it didn't help that the boyfriend, Xavier, was the most obnoxious human being ever committed to film.
I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. Part of the reason I hated this so much was that he did not die.
I don't blame you. I don't blame. Because I gotta say, I
picked up a little bit. I picked up a little bit on, like, this, like, maybe a little bit of commentary that maybe I dreamt up. Maybe it was, like, something that I was just kind of, like, thinking that I saw. But this whole, like, he's surrounded by, like, an example of, like, I guess, positive masculinity, and then an example of toxic masculinity. And he kept looking at both of them, and then he just did nothing ever. He was just obnoxious all the time.
Yeah, no.
And he never did, like, he was heroic sometimes.
Yeah.
He did some things.
He didn't go through an arc.
But then he still was just an asshole.
If anything,
the whole time.
The only person in that, like, particular group who went through an arc was the dad, because he was like, "Oh, your boyfriend sucks," and then he's like, "Oh, your boyfriend, he's not all that bad." That's the only arc the people in the family go through.
Here's the thing with that, though, is that pissed me off a lot, because if he went through that arc, then the boyfriend would have had to go through another arc that made him become more likable. But he stayed the same amount of unlikable the whole fucking movie. And every time he showed up, I wanted to get up and go take a shit in the bathroom.
Well, there's that one line where she says, like, "Oh, you don't see the side of him I do," and that's the only thing. That's the only, like, hint we get that there even may or may not be another side to him. And there kind of is, but it's a very one-dimensional side to him.
I guess maybe they wanted to have, like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, because literally the first time we see this fucking kid is him coming out of the boat, the dad being like, "Hey, can you drive the boat? We're literally out in the middle of the ocean, and I've been up here for like 10 hours. And he's like, "Nah, dude, that's it? You expect me to like this guy eventually? Fuck that. No way. No way." And, but honestly, though, like, he's the worst, but that whole family, I kind of like the dad. He's all right. But the little girl, nothing. I hate the little dinosaur. That was some fucking, like, Star Wars ass bullshit trying to get people to buy toys.
You didn't like Dolores, Brian?
Lame as fuck. It did nothing.
Like
nothing.
I can't believe you.
Nothing for me.
What the fuck?
The whole thing sucked. That whole family sucked. Yeah. I liked the T-Rex showing up terrorizing them for a minute. It was cool, but that was about it. That was really the only scene I liked. And the fact that he lived so many times just by getting lucky.
Right. I gotta say, I was really, really surprised by like how much of the main cast made it out alive. I mean, I guess that's kind of par for the course for the Jurassic films. Like most of the time, the main cast does make it out alive. I think the only one that like where they don't would probably be the Lost World. With Eddie Carr is probably the only like quote main character who didn't make it out of that movie. Everyone else, like in all the other movies, like they survive. They go through hell, but they survive. But like, I don't know. It just I don't know what about this one made me think like, oh no, it's no one's safe this time around. I don't know. It just seemed like the kind of movie where people would die. Like obviously there are fodder characters, but like those are fodder characters. We were expecting them to die because we're not really getting to know them at all, you know?
But I hate when it does that. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been much, much better if there was, much less overall characterization, like before they get to the island.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've whittled down the cast of characters that you're working with, then you start the characterization. And you can trickle it out a lot better through just like scenes of walking and, trekking, whatnot, and also through just like character reactions to things that they see. Like a great example, the only character in the movie that I did not mind watching was the scientist guy. And it's mainly because I got a sense of his character by just how fucking psyched he was to be there.
Oh yeah, Loomis is for sure the best character in this movie. Like he was. I genuinely believed that he was like a scholar who just wanted to see these things for real.
Mm-hmm. I believed it, and like I liked him as a character. I thought that he fit very well, but everybody surrounding him was just so. Yeah.
I mean, there is a little bit. This is like the only connective tissue to previous films that we really get. Is when they're walking
Alan Grant name dropped.
Yeah, he mentions that like he studied under Alan Grant, and like that makes sense for why he's so enthusiastic about these animals. Like Grant was just as enthusiastic. He still was when we first meet him again in Dominion. He's still like really enthusiastic about dinosaurs. So it makes sense
it makes a bit of sense why he hasn't seen any dinosaurs for real yet, because Alan Grant probably told him stay the fuck away from those
honestly
things.
Right? Yeah. That would make a lot of sense. But yeah, like every time they see a dinosaur, Loomis always see this like this little like spark twinkle in his eye, like he's so excited. Mm-hmm. And there's that one scene, and I talked about this with you earlier, Brian, when they're going to get the sample from the Titanosaur. He tells Zora, this is your chance to distract it. And he goes up, he inches his way up, and just like he puts his hand on its leg and immediately becomes emotional. And I'm like, that made me start to tear up a little bit, because I'm like, damn, this is exactly what I would fucking do and how I would fucking feel if I were in this scenario. Like, because like you would. That's like a big criticism of the previous World films is that there is no sense of majesty or wonder. And this is probably the first one, maybe since the original film, that kind of even tried to harken back to that sense of majesty and wonder. Like obviously the most obvious comparison to that scene is the scene in the original film where they first see the brachiosaur. It's got that exact same feel. Obviously, it's also a sauropod in this scene, but it's very, very same like vibe that they're going for. Especially when the main theme kicks off in that same scene. It's very clearly a clear, blatant reference to that scene, and it works. I think it really, really works.
One of the only appropriate times that they have ever used the main theme. One of the only. They whore that thing out pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Over the world movies. It's kind of ruined its impact for me. But yeah, it did fit pretty well in that scene.
I do think it cut off like a little awkwardly at the end. That was a little odd to me. I thought it was going to continue on, but it was like, oh, okay, that's it.
Like,
okay,
we gotta move on.
Yeah,
we gotta move on with our video game plot. We gotta get up to those clips up there. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think that's his character is what makes that scene work so well. Because without his perspective, they would have just shot the dinosaurs and been over with.
Exactly.
And like this kind of gets to one of my main issues with the movies. Like one of my main like understated issues with these movies is like, one of the ways that you can make characters in Jurassic movies likable is that you can just make them love dinosaurs. Like the original Jurassic Park. Why do the characters in those movies? Why does everyone love them? It's because they all fucking love dinosaurs, or they're just really charismatic. And people identify with that. For some reason, ever since Jurassic World, they have been pushing this narrative that people would eventually get bored of real dinosaurs.
Crazy.
And they continue it. They continue it in this fucking movie. And I don't understand it. People are autistic about animals that are still real, that are still existing. And you're telling me that and people are born every day. There's no shortage of dinosaur enthusiasts.
And you know what the craziest part?
No one would ever get bored of them.
You know what the craziest part of that is? Despite the movies themselves, in a very meta sense, prove that concept wrong, because all three
People still go see this bullshit.
All three of the Jurassic World films, despite their inherent quality, have all made $1 billion. It is so obvious that people do still care about dinosaurs, very much so, that it's baffling that they're still going after that particular plot thread. Baffling to me.
And here's the thing that annoys me when it annoys me about this line of logic's use in this movie. So in Jurassic World, at least the first one, they use the argument as kind of marketing, I guess, for the Indominus,
right.
A way to market, which is still bullshit because they use the reason as citing it as the reason that they made the dinosaur in the first place. Whatever. I can understand corporate people being stupid and out of touch. Okay? This movie, there's nothing corporate about it. They're just saying it as if it's fact.
Yeah. And
it has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. Like, they're just saying it and expecting me to believe it. I don't know. I mean, maybe in the movie's universe, maybe people are tired of dinosaurs because they've been released all over the place.
I guess.
But you've been using this same line of logic since the first Jurassic World movie, and it hasn't changed. And it's still dumb. It's still dumb. And it's very, very flimsy.
Now that you mention it, put it that way, like, I think I could see it. Like, imagine, Brian, like, you're just driving along and a fucking ankylosaur steps out into the road and you crash your car. Wouldn't you be like, fucking dinosaurs, I hate those motherfuckers. Good, I'm glad they're all dead.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because here's the thing. It didn't even seem like they were on the mainland all that much to begin with.
Yeah, it's been, what, like 3 years since the events of Dominion, and they're all dead, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it would have just been like a COVID thing, and then it's over.
Rest in peace, Blue.
Here's another thing, though, is that people are inherently interested in shit that terrifies them.
That's the part of the reason that horror is such a huge genre of movie, is that because people like
honestly think that if dinosaurs were real again, I don't think popularity for dinosaurs would go down. I think it would fucking skyrocket.
I think so too.
I think people would be really interested. I think they'd be like, oh my God, these animals are real again. We need to learn as much about them as possible.
Yeah.
Like, they're scary, but I want to understand them. Kind of like with sharks. Sort of, you know? Same shit. I can never wrap my head around that logic. I just can't. It's almost like the execs at fucking who makes these movies again?
Universal.
Warner Brothers, Universal. The execs at Universal are like, hey, dinosaurs suck, right?
Let's keep making movies and make $1 billion every time. They suck. I hate them. The worst.
Typical fucking exec behavior, man. Fuck, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's mainly all my huge gripes, honestly. I mean, I do think that the movie looks pretty good.
It does. It really does. I like I said, this is like the best looking probably since The Lost World.
Also, big shout out to the use of just being in water. Like, it was a nice change of pace that I didn't really know I needed to just having part of the movie set out on a boat in the ocean. Like, pretty cool. Seeing the Spinosaurus sails was like really ominous, and I'm kind of shocked that they haven't tried this before because I mean, there's a lot of aquatic dinosaurs that are fucking terrifying.
Speaking of, shout out to the cameo of the Dunkleosteus at the very beginning.
I fucking wojacked at that thing because I have
so
six
did
of
I.
them.
I was like, oh my god, was that Dunk? That's crazy.
I have 6 of them in my Jurassic World Evolution zoo. So I was like, I know that guy.
So yeah, shout out to the decapitated Dunkleosteus that we saw. That was pretty sick. But yeah, that whole Mosasaurus chase scene was really, really well done. Like,
I was definitely the highlight.
I'm not surprised that they put a lot of that into the marketing. I think they knew like this is the big cool scene that everyone's gonna go nuts over, and they were right because it was really, really cool. And I like how there's that moment of brevity when they rescue the family. And then it kicks right back into high gear once they get the sample. They're like, oh shit, we still gotta get to the island, but we're still being chased. There's like that moment of quiet brevity, and that kicks right back up. And I'm like, okay, this is paced pretty well. This particular action sequence. Yeah, it was just good, man. Yeah, all like you said earlier, like all the dinosaur stuff, like all those set pieces were really good. The only one I wasn't super big on was the Quetzalcoatlus one.
Yeah, it was over very quickly. It was kind of
very, very quick. Like I feel like that one also was in a lot of the marketing, but only because it was so short that they were just able to put it in all of the marketing and have it feel like a natural part of it. Like it was, like all the footage was like in the trailers already. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I guess.
they didn't really show him a whole lot. I do gotta say, big shout out to what was the French guy Leclerc.
Yeah.
His death, him climbing up the wall and then cutting up like and then he's like entirely in the thing's mouth
and he gets swallowed whole. That was a little uncomfortable to watch. Yeah, that was crazy.
A lot of the character death scenes were actually pretty well done. Let me. There was another one that I was thinking of. I forgot about it. Oh, well, we're gonna talk about this anyways. But the mutants, the D-Rex. The helicopter fake out was pretty cool.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
I did really like that.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah. You know, again, they really kind of wasted the mutants in this movie.
I feel
T-Rex especially. I mean, he was in and out of there for like
I feel like the Mutadons like actually had something to do, mostly because they took the place of the Velociraptors, which is a shame.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about there being almost no raptors in this movie, and honestly, almost no T-Rex in this movie?
The T-Rex at least got like its own set piece, and I really want to talk about that because I liked that a lot.
Me too.
The Raptors, they showed off the design of the Raptors on like some of the marketing stuff, and they basically updated the Jurassic Park 3 Raptor design, which is like a great design, a great creature design. And the one time we see the Raptors, they're not in focus.
Yep. And they immediately get bodied by a Mutadon.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Mutadons. They're kind of goofy looking. I saw someone...
I hate how they look. I hate their faces.
I saw someone online say that, hey, look, it's Gareth Edwards' version of Rodan. And I'm like, oh no. It's kind of true though.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty accurate. They did have the Rodan shape to them.
Yeah, I didn't hate them. They're fine. I don't think they really contributed anything that the Velociraptors couldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel here's the thing. I feel like in the other Jurassic movies, and I hate to keep comparing them because I know that this is supposed to be a fresh start for the franchise. It's not. But like I feel like every movie's kind of got like a main dinosaur antagonist. This one is just kind of like you move on from dinosaur to dinosaur.
Yeah.
None of them really. And I thought that maybe the D-Rex would be that.
I think a lot of people did.
But he shows up right at the end of the movie and then it's over.
Yeah, especially with like the movie opens with us being introduced to the D-Rex, so you think it's going to be a bigger threat, and then it's...
Also calling bullshit on the fucking way that door breaks? Fuck off. A fucking candy wrapper? Are you joking?
Yeah.
Are you you think a candy wrapper would jam up ears like that? Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. That was some bullshit. I hope Gareth didn't write that in there or direct it. Wanted. I'm hoping that he also knows that that's stupid as fuck.
I saw someone call that the worst Snickers product placement ever.
Seriously, if you eat Snickers, you will get eaten by a giant
mutant dinosaur.
A giant mutant dinosaur. Yeah.
I'm never gonna touch a Snickers ever again.
Fuck no. No, I don't even like Snickers all that much.
Yeah,
so
no, they're fine. I don't really care for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the D-Rex kind of a letdown. He's kind of really wasted, which is a shame because like when it's on screen, it has presence. It's a pretty cool creature, but like it's barely there. It doesn't really do much.
He definitely had a better presence in the movie. Like the designs I saw, like the toy shit, like I was like, this guy looks stupid as fuck. But you know, like in the movie, you know, he fit pretty well. And he was like pretty scary. I mean, he was very deliberate how he walked. And that's kind of the same reason why I like the T-Rex. The T-Rex and the D-Rex moved very similar for obvious reasons. But this like slow, deliberate, like just kind of big dude energy, you know?
Well,
not really in a hurry. They'll just catch you eventually.
I want to talk about the T-Rex for that reason. I don't think it was like... For the T-Rex especially, I don't think it was him being like, "Oh, I'll catch you eventually." To me, it read as they're treating these things as what they are. They're treating them as animals. And to me, like the T-Rex walking towards the family on the raft, it seemed more like curiosity than anything. It was literally him being like, "What the fuck is this? I gotta get a closer look."
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Yeah, we haven't really seen that since probably the original, I don't think. Like it seemed like genuine animalistic curiosity. Obviously it becomes him actually trying to hunt the family and eat them.
Probably because they ran.
If they just stayed calm, he would have been like, okay. But like, I guess, you know, how are you going to stay calm with a tyrannosaur coming after you?
They got that predator instinct, dude.
Exactly.
As soon as you start running, it's like a big cat, you know? Stay calm.
I have seen people referring to the tyrannosaur online as Linus, and I really like that name for him.
That's a good
Linus
one.
is a good name.
That's a good T-Rex name, yeah.
I do.
Do we know at all where this T-Rex fits in on the lineage tree?
I don't think he does, because this is on a different island entirely from the other movies.
Yeah, but isn't this island like the whole thing is that they like cloned all the dinosaurs or something?
They said it was the R&D island for the original park. So I don't know if this. I don't know. It's not clear. It's not clear.
No. It's not clear.
I do really like the whole raft scene with the T-Rex because they talked about that a lot. Like, oh, we're gonna do the raft scene from the original novel, and hey, they did a really good job with it. I really like especially when Bella is trapped underneath the raft, and there's that one scene where it cuts to her in the water, and like you see the Tyrannosaur's teeth kind of like bending the rubber from above.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I like that a lot. So that was really neat.
Kind of shocked it did not break though.
You would think so. You would think it would, right?
Yeah. I mean, he fucking bit into that thing pretty good. He had the whole thing in his mouth at one point.
I'm shocked it didn't pop. Maybe those things are just a lot sturdier than we think they are.
I don't know. I mean, there's definitely rafts that have different ratings, so maybe. But I'm not a raft expert.
No, neither am I. I don't know. I don't know shit about rafts.
Neither do I. But yeah, I definitely think that the T-Rex scene was definitely the highlight of the family storyline. The rest of it put me to sleep. Yeah, T-Rex was good. Yeah. It was just weird that it wasn't in there. And like whenever I think Jurassic Park or World, I think T-Rex. So seeing like almost like one scene of T-Rex and then almost no raptors was just it was just weird. Yeah. I don't know if I disliked the movie for it. It
felt refreshing to me because like we've had so many of them that have a focus on the T-Rex, and then this one just like, oh, we have one scene with the T-Rex, and then we're moving on. Like that's kind of nice. Like friend of the show Jacob Lingo compared this strongly to Jurassic Park 3, and I think that is a very, very accurate comparison because this feels more like just a kind of B-movie-esque. It doesn't feel like they try to make it feel important because they're like, oh, we're gonna make this big cure for the dinosaur blood. It's like I never got the feeling that like that was all that important to the plot, even though they very much wanted it to be. It just felt like more like, oh, big dinosaur adventure, we're having fun. It's Jurassic Park 3, man. And just like Jurassic Park 3, like there's not a focus on the Tyrannosaur.
With Jurassic Park 3, though, yeah, it didn't have a focus on the Tyrannosaurus, but I mean, they did have the Spinosaurus and the Raptors following them throughout the movie.
That is true. So we did have a pretty like recurring antagonist throughout those films. So I don't know.
That's what I don't know. I don't think I dislike the movie. I think we can generally advocate for more dinosaurs rather than less.
Yeah, of course.
So the more different kinds of dinosaurs, you know, we got an Ankylosaur show up for like a second, and that was nice. I was looking to see if it had a shade of blue to it, but it did not.
No, I don't think so. I think Bumpy might be dead. I think she might be a casualty of the die off.
Nah, dude. I mean, who knows? Who knows, man? That there's still some dinosaurs, some places.
That's true.
Maybe
they said there's still some, so I guess we'll see.
And honestly, I did not hate their reasoning as much as I thought I would. That it's climate related. I'm like, okay,
that would make sense.
I'm like, okay. I mean, it doesn't explain why they were able to live through several years and seasons, but you know, whatever. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense enough, and it would open up the possibility for there being like dino refugee, like, you know, or like zoos or like you know, whatever. So like I could definitely see like if you wanted to keep a dinosaur alive, you could probably try very hard and keep it, you know. So I don't know. I'm not ruling Bumpy out yet. I think Bumpy may be A-okay. Maybe.
We can have that as our headcanon.
If not, I will riot.
What about Blue? Do you care if Blue survives?
Fuck no, dude.
Whoa.
Fuck no. I'm tired of Blue.
You're tired of Blue.
Bumpy is my new best friend.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah. What else? Something else we're gonna talk about?
I don't know. I feel like there was, but I can't remember what now.
I was going to say that another thing that annoyed me about the use of the Mutadons is that they were basically used to remake the kitchen scene from Jurassic Park 1.
That is very true. That's very true.
I just want to get this out there. I am tired of how fucking addicted this movie franchise is at just remaking the same scene over and over again. Tired of it. Or not so much the same scene, but just being so like
self-referential.
Yes, that. Being so self-referential. I don't think anybody cares enough. I really don't. I don't think it does them any favors. You're making, you make the the Raptor kitchen scene from the first movie is instantly iconic. Everybody knows it. But like I don't think you're doing yourself any favors by making another scene in a worse setting with worse characters and worse looking dinosaurs. Like it just doesn't do them any favors.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say on that one.
You know what? What's a pretty big disappointing thing in this movie?
Yeah.
I don't think there was. I could be wrong, but I don't think there was a single practical effect for the dinosaurs to be found.
Really?
Not that I could notice. I don't think
It's
there
like-
were.
There were a few scenes with the little dinosaur in the backpack that I thought they may have made practical.
That may have
thing
been
for
practical.
that.
I don't know, but like, you think of the Jurassic Park franchise and even World, like these have always had like really big, cool animatronics. Like, I don't know if you have had a chance to watch the kill count for Jurassic World Dominion, but they talked about the amount of practical effects and animatronics that were in that film, and it's crazy the amount of practical effects they had in that movie. And like, I didn't really know, unless they covered it up a ton with CGI, but I didn't really see anything that like stuck out to me as like, oh, that's an animatronic, or oh, that's I think they did that practical,
Yeah, I didn't see anything that made me think practical. Also, I do think a lot of the CG looked kind of bad. Well, not a lot of it, but some of it did look a little bit bad.
Some of it did. I think it was mostly pretty solid. Like, I think I thought a lot of the CG was the best we've seen from this new batch of films.
I would agree with you, I think, but there were a few not of like I'm thinking specifically about the little dinosaur, the little one.
I agree. I think the bigger ones looked a lot better.
Yeah, that's where, the mosasaur looked great. It's really hard to make something shimmer like that.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
I think, the Spinosaurus, I remember looking at them and going like, wow, those are really detailed.
I think there are certain close-ups with the Rex that looked really, really good too. I thought.
It was clear where they spent their budget.
Yeah.
But, I just, the little dinosaur just looked like shit. I could not care more. I could not care less about it.
I think that's what that was called.
I'm trying to think what else really stood out to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Titanosauruses were really good looking. They looked awesome. And I liked how when they when the Loomis got up really close and you could see the little fibers on it.
That was really cool. That was a really cool detail.
Nice. That was cool. I was like, oh hey, they're kind of like doing the like dinosaurs had feathers thing, except just like a little differently. That's pretty neat. I like that. That stuff was good.
Also, did you see Gareth Edwards' little his signature on that one?
No.
The two big monsters having a little love spat there.
Oh, well, now that you've put it to my attention, now I know.
Because we see that in Monsters at the very end. We have that in Godzilla 2014 with the Mutos exchange of the nuke. Now we have this. Now we have the Titanosaurs.
Yeah. Well, now I know. Yeah.
I guess Gareth Edwards, he just wants to see monsters having a good time. I guess a real good time, if you know what I mean.
They're like us. They're alive.
Shut the fuck up, Brian.
There's not many days where you get the opportunity to drop that banger line.
There really isn't. Then You just gotta take it when you have the chance. So you know what? I can't fault you for it. I'm mad at you, but I still can't fault you. I can't really think of anything else I have to say, so I will hit you with this one, Brian. What was your favorite scene in the whole entire movie?
Favorite scene in the whole entire movie. Okay. This is going to be weird because this is a character scene, but I did actually kind of like it.
Okay.
When they scammed the rich guy out of more money, I thought that was actually kind of funny.
That was actually kind of funny. Like at the beginning, before they leave.
Yeah. They're hanging out at like that bar in like the middle of like some like, you know, some island. Super great setting. It's where they get the Dunkleosteus head.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yeah, I just can't take you. I gotta still pay off my boat. It's too risky.
I'd love to do it as a favor to Zora.
You just double my pay and then I'll take care of it. And yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
If only because I have a constant overflowing hatred for people that are wealthy.
You know what? Fair enough.
You know, that was good.
And that guy dies. He gets chomped in half by the D-Rex.
It's true. That was, I mean, I knew that was going to happen, so it really didn't hit as much as I think they wanted it to. And also, as soon as I saw him, you know, handcuff that thing to him, I'm like, okay, well, now he's going to get eaten and his arm's going to fall out.
That was so obvious that was going to happen.
I said to Sam after the movie, do you know how much better it would have been if it actually ate the case and they had to figure out how to kill that thing?
Oh my God. That would have been crazy.
I would have just been like, all right, well, mission failed. Let's go home.
Yeah, go home. That's the end of the movie. It just ends on a really sad note.
Yep, Jurassic Park theme plays.
Right.
Yeah, that was good. I think if I had to choose a dinosaur favorite scene, it would definitely be the mosasaur. Mosasaur stuff. The mosasaur stuff, the Spinosaur stuff, even though they weren't in there for that long, I thought all that stuff was incredibly well done. And now I am fucking hoping that someday we get a Jurassic movie, but it is specifically ocean stuff.
That would be
cool. That would be cool.
It's gonna be the Meg crossover, cool. Brian.
Well, I was thinking you could have Mosasaur, you can have the Meg, you can have Dunkleosteus, you could have there's like a shit ton of them in.
Give us a plesiosaur in Jurassic, man. It's been we've had this is Jurassic Park 7. We still haven't seen a plesiosaur.
Yeah, that would be dope. Even like the giant crocodiles. I forget what they're called.
Oh yeah, like a Sarcosuchus.
Yeah, Sarcosuchus. That one. That would be fucking sick.
That would be rad.
Just give me a Jurassic Park or World movie or whatever, but just make it in the ocean because I think that would be fucking dope. I really do.
Well, hey,
and like just have like 3 characters. You don't need more.
No. Well, hey, I believe I don't know if it's going to be in the movie, but in the book Primitive War there is a Sarcosuchus, and Primitive War is coming out pretty damn soon. I don't know if you saw the trailer for it in front of Jurassic. I know I did.
I did not.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sucks for you. My favorite scene.
Definitely interested to see.
My favorite scene, I think. I was thinking it was going to be the entire Mosasaur chase sequence. Right when I saw him, like, this is probably my favorite scene in the whole entire movie. But then I saw the Titanosaur sequence. I'm like, nah, it's the Titanosaur sequence. I'm sorry. Again, the scene where he touches the leg and he starts choking up, like that hit me. That hit me.
Yeah, it's a good one, and honestly, like it makes me truly believe that these movies can be a lot better because characters like Loomis, I think if you just get a few of characters like that, put them in a movie, you'd have a pretty good one.
Well,
I think
that's the question, Brian. Do we think this is going to spawn a sequel? And is there a way for them to continue this franchise?
Man, I don't know. I feel like they've almost boxed themselves into a corner at this point.
You think so?
Yeah, because you went so big with it so quickly. And now we're in this confusing point in the series where everything is just like there's so much history and it's all like complicated and mostly stupid. Like, I just don't really know. You would have to just kind of continue on with like small scale stories, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know. I mean, Dominion was just so destructive to this franchise.
It really was.
It really was.
It really was.
It honestly, I think it was the death knell. I don't think this movie could have saved Jurassic. I really don't. I think Dominion was such a
but
death
Dominion
knell
still
for the
made
series.
$1 billion fucking dollars, dude.
I know, but it was really, really bad.
I know it was really bad, but it still made a bunch of money, and I'm sure this will. Well, actually, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, this is not coming out at a great time because
No.
Superman comes out this week, and then Fantastic Four comes out the week after. This is kind of, if this had come out like a month ago, maybe I'd be like, yeah, this will probably still make $1 billion because it's Jurassic. But like, it's in the start of like the biggest season of blockbusters we've had in a while. So I don't know. I'm sure it's going to do well. I just don't know if it will do as well as Universal is probably expecting it to.
Yeah. I think that a lot of, your normal movie going audience probably saw Dominion. They were like, that fucking sucked. Like the family that saw Dominion in your theater.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, all right, well, no more of those. That's probably it. And also, let's not forget, like, the reality that we live in. People do not have infinite money to go to the movies.
Yeah.
They're going to choose something that they have the most confidence in. And the last Jurassic movie did not instill a lot of confidence in people. So, and I think that reviews are coming out for this movie, and they're very, very mixed.
To be fair, you could say the exact same thing about both Superman and Fantastic Four.
That is true, and those movies aren't out yet, so we'll see how they do.
Well, the reviews are starting to come in for Superman, and people are saying that it's pretty damn good. So that makes me. Hopeful.
The thing about Superman is that they've got James Gunn announced, James Gunn is directing, and James Gunn is probably one of the higher like profile directors that people know of. So I think that alone would give the movie a bit of a boost.
So we're saying,
and for Fantastic Four, I mean, it's got Pedro Pascal in it, right? Then he's gonna get butts and seats.
So what you are saying,
not mine,
Brian,
but somebody.
What you're saying is that for the next Jurassic World, we need James Gunn to direct and Pedro Pascal to star.
Honestly, fucking try something other than this.
The only thing is, as much as I'd want that to happen, it's not going to, because James Gunn is the head of DC Studios. I don't think he's going to do a movie that's not DC for quite some time now.
Yeah, he's probably locked into that shit until he dies.
Yeah, probably. It's a shame. Yeah, because I'd fuck with a Jurassic movie from James Gunn. That could be cool. That could be really cool.
Could be. Hey, you know what? It's never impossible. We'll see. True.
Who knows? Maybe Superman will do really, really poorly, and they'll have to scrap all the DC. They'll have to scrap all the DC stuff for a second time. Who knows?
Oh man, what a punchline that would be.
I hope not. I want him to succeed. I want DC to actually succeed at something for once.
Yeah, I'm tired of DC's like fucking 2 decades of disappointment and embarrassment.
I know, it's rough. All right.
Not that I really care that much about superhero stuff. But.
Fair. So what are you giving this at? I can't remember. Do you want to do 10 or 5?
I know you like to do 10 because it gives you more room, but I do 5, so I'll just do 10.
Okay.
I'm giving it a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Okay. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I was thinking 7 when I first left, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, I'm feeling more 6. Yeah, like a high 6.
I think if there's one thing I want to say about this movie is that I think if they take proper feedback from this movie, there is a way to make a good Jurassic movie from the lessons you learn from this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dominion was so all the way bad that it was kind of unsalvageable. But there are genuinely good things about this movie. There are. And as long as you take note of them and take note of what needs to be fixed, I think you can probably make a good follow-up. I hope so, but I don't really have a whole lot of hope. Not right now. That's me.
All right. That sounds good to me. I think they will. For one, I refuse to believe that they don't make a sequel to this because it's Jurassic. I don't know if they'll make a direct sequel, or if they'll take another couple years off and do something further down the line, depending on how box office does. But it's Jurassic. It's a moneymaker regardless. So
I think they just gotta find their guy. They gotta find their director or like somebody to like actually manage this property.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they're just like, all right, time to make another one, and then it's time. And I think that there's got to be some kind of figurehead for this franchise to make it work.
I agree. Like they can't just keep making the movies just because they make money. I know that they will realistically. That's just how the film industry works, unfortunately.
Cheaper to do that.
Yeah. But they need to find someone who knows what the fuck they're doing, like consistently knows what they're doing to make this be like the franchise that Universal wants it to be. If we think about it, like, we haven't had a Jurassic film that like was universally praised since the original film.
Yep.
People didn't like Lost World when it came out. People didn't like Jurassic Park 3 when it came out. Though the Jurassic World trilogy proper, like, I don't need to tell you guys how people felt about that. We've talked about it to death on this show. I think they need to like go back to the drawing board, figure out like what really truly made that original film work. It was Steven Spielberg. That's what made it truly work. If you don't get Steven Spielberg back, it's not going to work. Sorry to say, and you're never going to get Steven Spielberg back. Sorry. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to continue it, but they really need to pull their heads out of their asses if they want to.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah.
But you know what? Chaos Theory's still going strong. Whoever's heading that is doing a great job.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
We'll be back in a couple months to talk about that one. That's for sure.
It's crazy how the movies could really do with taking a lesson from the fucking Netflix show.
I know. For the Netflix show made for kids. It's crazy.
For kids. Yeah. Yeah.
God. All right.
Well, yeah, that's it for Rebirth.
Cool.
Hope you guys go see it or don't.
You should though. Because
Oh, actually, quick mention.
Yeah.
Quick mention.
Yes.
Just wanted to say that in the movie when Loomis he compares the Quetzalcoatlus to like the size of an F-16.
Yeah.
One, that's not true. F-16s are really big and people don't understand it.
Yes.
Two, after he said that, when they got to the cliffs part and the Quetzalcoatlus was coming in like the mouth of the cave, I just in my head pictured an F-16 trying to jam its way through, and I just
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, you know what's crazy? The Quetzalcoatlus in this movie is smaller than the one in Dominion. So like he's even more wrong. He's even more wrong.
Yeah, I could see that because like the one in Dominion was like way too big. He was like kaiju sized.
Yeah.
Like they were in a fucking cargo plane and it was bigger than the fucking cargo plane. It's just not. No.
All right. Should we move on?
All right, that's enough. That's enough dinosaur shit.
Should we move on to our last segment, Brian?
Yeah.
Well, tell me, Brian, what new cool kaiju thing have you been checking out right now?
You and I have been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves.
Hell yeah, we have. I was going to ask if you wanted to play it tonight, but I guess you're going to see Megan instead.
We're going to go see Megan and... Actually, yeah, you'll...
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. Yeah, we've been playing Sea of Thieves. We got chased around by the Megalodon a whole lot.
And
That
we
was
tried
fun.
shooting at it, and I don't think a single one of our shots hit it. So
See, here's the thing that we've got to do, and I kind of forgot that you have to do this.
Mhm.
You either have to sail around in circles with your at half mast, so you're going like really slow,
Mhm.
or you just completely set anchor and you just become a floating island with cannons. And
Okay.
you just have somebody repairing the boat at all times.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind for next time we play then.
Yeah, I'm not really sure because I'm not really good at Sea of Thieves, but that seems like how you're supposed to fight
Well,
them.
hey, we'll figure it out. We're still new to the game.
Yeah,
We got to learn the
that's
ropes. We got to learn the meta, the gaming meta.
Sam and I actually played some yesterday.
I saw
and
that.
we got a whole bunch of treasure, and we were at this one last island doing this one last quest, and some fucking crew comes up behind us, sinks our whole boat, and all of our stuff on it, crushing. It was crushing.
That's awful. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah. It was partially our fault, but it was pretty crushing. Oh well.
Have you figured out how much it is to buy a boat yet?
Yes, I have. It's 375,000 gold
Oh,
for the Brigantine.
That's not too much, actually.
Yeah, I mean I'm at 200K because Sam and I got a lot of gold. But I think I'm actually gonna buy a sloop because a sloop is much easier to operate, and I think it works with 3 people, maybe. I think.
Okay.
I might be wrong. But yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I think that's it.
Cool.
I think.
Yeah, I've been playing Sea of Thieves with you, obviously, because we just talked about it. I read Godzilla versus Thor, which was really, really, really good. I was talking to you a bit about it yesterday. It's a direct sequel to GMK of all things. And I really don't want to spoil too much of it here because it is really, really cool. I haven't read any of Jason Aaron's Thor run. I've been assured it's very, very good. He was the one who did the Gore the God Butcher arc, which was then adapted, quote unquote, for the hit movie Thor: Love and Thunder, everyone's favorite Thor movie.
I heard that was fucking terrible.
It's fucking terrible, yeah.
Ugh.
You got Christian Bale and you fucking wasted him in it.
He deserves so much better than that.
He really does. He really does. I honestly, if it was a better movie, he probably would have done like a spectacular job too. That's the thing, because like it's a good character. It's a good actor. So yeah, Godzilla vs. Thor is really, really good. I read Apocalypse Machine by friend of the show Jeremy Robinson. That was really cool. It was basically all the previous mass extinction events on the planet have actually been the results of a giant city-sized kaiju that has been that goes into hibernation after every mass extinction event. It's really, really cool. There's a couple things I wasn't huge on. Robinson occasionally, not so much for his later stuff, but the earlier stuff especially had some more overt religious themes that I don't love. And this kind of brought that back a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's okay. I didn't really care for that, but whatever. But overall, it was really, really cool, and I liked it a lot. You don't see like kaiju media having monsters quite that big. Like when I say the size of a city, like he regularly describes it as being the creature itself being the size of Manhattan, like miles wide, miles tall. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's crazy. What else?
I mean, that thing's mass would be enough to make pretty devastating earthquakes.
Exactly.
So.
Like the earlier in the book, like they keep seeing earthquakes go off on the Richter scale, and there's this really cool moment of the main character Abraham going like, "Oh shit, these aren't earthquakes, these are footsteps." It's a really cool moment. What else? I feel like there's something else, but I can't remember. Oh, I watched Lake Placid, and that was really bad. It was
You know what's funny? You really disappointed me with that one because I used to really like Lake Placid. Like it used to be one of those movies that was always on sci-fi.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've watched it. It's probably been, over 10 years. And I have a fond memory of it, but now I'm afraid to go back because you were like, your review of it was so scathing.
It was so bad, dude. Like all the practical effects were pretty cool, but like every single character is just so fucking insufferable. Like it was basically the cast of Rebirth, but like so much worse. I hated it, dude. It was awful. They all survived. They all survived, and I could not be more upset that none of them died.
That's so disappointing.
It's also like really dated.
Man.
There's a lot of like really questionable misogyny in it. I'm like, oh,
yikes. I undoubtedly,
yikes. 1999.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was. It's crazy. You look at those old movies, and it gives you an appreciation for how things have progressed so quickly. But, I mean, I say progressed, but not really. It's just.
The only shining light of all the characters was what's his name? I'm blanking on it.
The cop guy?
Yeah, Brendan Gleeson, because it's Brendan Gleeson. He's good in everything.
Yeah. I think he's the only person I distinctly remember.
Yeah.
In that movie. I don't remember. I remember the old lady who like feeds the gator.
Oh, Betty White. It's Betty White, Brian.
Yeah. Is that Betty White?
That's
really?
Betty White, yeah.
Wow, I didn't even remember that. Holy shit. Well, here's the thing. I wanted to rewatch it, but now I don't because you hated it.
Well, hey, we disagreed a bit on Rebirth. Maybe we'll disagree on Lake Placid, Brian.
We do, but I am not confident in Lake Placid's quality because I watched it as a child with no understanding of quality.
You know what? Good point. Good point.
Oh man, I don't know. Someday I'll go back to it. I do really like the gator effects in that movie.
It's good. I wish there was a little more of the practical effects, but it is still good.
Well, the problem, Dave, is that that's expensive.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Yeah.
Almost at 2 hours.
Hour and 38. We're not too bad.
Hour and 38.
It's actually shorter than I expected it to be honest.
Much shorter than I expected it to be. It's a Jurassic episode.
I know. We could have been going for 3 hours usually.
The fuck, man? Well, I'm going to see Megan in an hour and...
okay.
An hour and 10 minutes? Yeah.
All right.
So.
Well, I guess I should let you go do that. Brian, what are we doing next week? Are we talking about How to Train Your Dragon 3? Okay.
I'm still down to do it because I think Sam's been having a hankering to watch it.
Okay, so we can do that then.
And actually, funny enough, somebody in my building's parking lot, somebody has a toothless sun cover for their car. And I walked outside one morning and I saw the fucking eyes, like Toothless's eyes staring at me. And I took like a triple take. I was like, I looked over, like, what the fuck is that? I looked over again. I thought it was like a cat or something. And I looked over again and I was like, oh, that's Toothless.
Amazing. Okay, so we'll plan for How to Train Your Dragon 3. I know friend of the show Naomi has been itching to come back on the show. I don't know if we'll have her do that, or I also gave her the option to do Dealer's Choice like we did with Adam and Gremlins 2. So we'll see what goes for that. Also, Brian, this is episode 94. We really got to figure out something for episode 100. We can't just keep saying, "Oh, we'll figure something out," and then never do anything. We got to actually figure something out.
We can kick it down the road for a few more
we'll
weeks.
kick it down the road for a couple weeks again. Jesus Christ. We're going to be at episode 99 and be like, oh, fuck. Now what?
Well, then all the red lights are going to start going on. And we'll just have to hunker down and figure it the fuck out.
Brian, I figured it out.
What?
We don't do an episode 100. We just celebrate it by
go straight to 101.
Well, we could do that. But fuck it, we'll do another Resident Evil 6 stream.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, well, here's the thing. We could do an episode 100 and then we can do a Resident Evil 6 stream celebration.
Okay. But that's
Maybe
still
no.
that still lives us the problem of what do we do for episode 100?
We could go back to our roots and recover what we covered on our first episode.
I think that was the
Which
original
was
King Kong versus Godzilla.
the original King Kong versus, which is probably the last time I actually watched that movie.
I think so. Yeah, same here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's our motto for this concept. We'll figure it out.
That's just our catchphrase.
That is just our catchphrase in general. We'll figure it out. Not even necessarily for episode 100. We'll just figure it out in general.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah, you can find us on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and Twitch and Blue Sky. Discord at Talking Toku. I don't know. Can you search up servers on Discord? I don't even know.
No, just go to our Instagram. We have it listed.
We have links for that everywhere, so you'll be fine. Come join us. Come talk with us. Come game with us.
Watch bad movies.
Sometimes bad, sometimes good.
Sometimes amazing, like Dog Soldiers.
And crabs.
You. No.
Yes. But yeah, do all that. Come chat with us. Come hang with us. For all of you at G-Fest this weekend, have fun. We won't see you there, but we'll see you guys next week, hopefully. Next year. We'll be there next year. Or what if we did go next week? What if we go to Chicago next week and be like, well, where's G-Fest? Where's G-Fest?
An unpaid intern, so I am busy.
Okay, I guess.
Sorry. Next year, though.
We'll do
next year, this time, I will be graduated, and I will officially have my associates in fisheries science, so I can go and be a big Dumbo at G-Fest talking about trout and salmon.
Yes.
Instead of Godzilla.
You should apply to do a panel about that, Brian.
About trout and salmon?
Yes. And see how well... Oh my God, no. You can actually do this. You can be like... You can identify every fish that he eats in Godzilla 1998 and talk about it.
Oh my God, my panel could be called That's a Lot of Fish.
That's a lot of fish. That's what I'm talking about, man. You could do a panel on all the fish he eats.
I'm going to think this over. More than you may think I'm going to.
It would probably work better this year because Kurt Carley is a guest, but who cares? Who the fuck cares? It's still a funny idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it.
You know what the best part is? You could just submit the panel anyways. There's a 99.9% chance it will not get approved, but who cares? You could submit it for shits and giggles.
But if it does, I will immediately go into panic mode and probably cancel it.
But it absolutely will not get approved.
No, it won't.
All right. Yeah. All right. How to Train Your Dragon 3 next week, I guess. Maybe we'll see. Yeah.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Unless we get nuked or something.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
we might. Goodbye.